So we're gonna be doing a top 5 first mods, I guess. I guess we'll go over my 2009 Honda Civic Si first, I guess. I've owned this car for about a year, and she has done me great. I've replaced some things here and there, but not much. So I bought this car at 129,000 miles, and it is roughly at 138,000. I don't drive it in the winter. It was a California car, so unfortunately the paint is absolutely destroyed. It's not the biggest deal, you know, it is what it is. I live in Michigan. It's rusty up here. The winters suck. I don't drive it in the winter. I do really enjoy driving this car, and I guess right off the bat, for the number 1 spot, I'm going to have to choose the Honda Flash Pro or any kind of tuner. Really, the 2 main ones right now are Honda and K-Tuned. That's the first thing I got for this car, was the Honda Flash Pro Mini. It's roughly 800 bucks. It brings the car to what it should be, really. Honda, they decided to detune it kind of right off the bat, and you can fully unlock what you want with Honda. That is one of the things. It is a bit pricey, but you will need Honda, K-Tuned, some kind of tuner to be able to do any of these supporting mods to this vehicle. So Honda Flash Pro is easily my number 1 spot. I would go there. That's what I did. It's amazing. It's great. All right, so number 2 would be the Android Apple CarPlay head unit that I got. It is, I'm not too sure on how big it is, but it goes right in the factory spot location, and off there you can download the Honda app. It's about 10 bucks, and you will be able to get full live diagnostics, gauges, everything about this car while you're driving it. You ever have a check engine light pop on, it is that easy. You simply go to a page on the radio and you know what's up with your car. Third, I would have to say full exhaust for this car. So what I have, shout out to my buddy Jack, he hooked me up. So on this car, I have a PLM header, and then I have a cat delete, and then a full 3-inch full race exhaust. I'll get an exhaust clip and I'll show you guys what it can do. It's not too loud. It's like really right in the perfect. It's not raspy. Sounds great for a Honda. That's like the best sounding in my opinion. It's not the loudest, best sounding in my opinion. You know, I do like my cars pretty loud. This is not that. It could be a lot louder than what it is right now. Fourth, I have coilovers. I cheaped out on my first pair on a different vehicle, and I was not too happy about it. And on this car, I went with the BC Racing Extreme Low kit, and they're a bit pricey. I think I spent roughly about $1,500 on them, and they've been great. They've been absolutely amazing. This is nowhere near as low as it can go. This is really kind of factory how they come. I've raised it a little bit in the rear from factory because it was a little too low for my liking. And then I did lower the front just a tad to kind of match it with the back. And then I guess we are on to number 5. Number 5 is going to be wheels and tires. So On my previous car as well, I had a set of Anki RPF ones. I've always loved the way they look on Hondas. They're great rims all the way around. They get a lot of hate, you know. People say they're very common for a reason, I guess. Yeah, no, I went with 17/9 with a plus 45 offset. I should have went with the 35 because if I ever do want to run a big brake Brembo kit, it's not really going to be feasible without me switching this out. Unfortunately, that is what it is. I should have done more research, and that's on me. Other than that, I have a couple cosmetic things other than the rims. Steering wheel wrap, easily one of my favorite purchases because not only does everything basically have a replica clone on eBay, but for some of the things, it is definitely worth going for. I think I paid about 20 bucks for my steering wheel wrap, and it has been amazing. It was a really cheap alternative instead of buying a full steering wheel. I have enjoyed every second of it. It's been amazing. Just make sure you get like the stitching down really good and you'll be set. I mean, there's no real need. I love the way the 8th gen steering wheel looks already. I think they did an amazing job on this car, and it very well still looks very modern for this day and age. Other than that, I have a cold air intake, and then I have a painted valve cover. I think I said this car is sitting at 138,000. I bought it just under 10,000 miles ago, and I just got the valve lash done. Really wasn't being smart with it. It's something you should stay on top of. Don't be dumb like me. My car is good. There was no damage done or anything. It just wasn't running 100% for that time being. The previous owner never did a clutch. This was my very first manual car, so I really enjoyed the way it felt right off the bat. It was really worn and it was super easy. Doesn't even have 100 miles on it from the new clutch, so it has been very tricky and a little difficult on my end. But besides that, she runs great. She burns oil, you know, she's a Honda. It is what it is. That's what's gonna happen, especially with it almost being 20 years old here in 3 years. I mean, it's getting there, and you know, this is still technically new gen Honda, but it's going to slowly, you know, continue to get more out of the new gen Honda stuff. Yeah, I mean, that is my top 5. I really enjoy this car. For any first enthusiast, 100% I would recommend. This car has never let me down, left me stranded. Has it been a little pricey on some ends of the scenario when a couple things have needed to be fixed? Kind of, but you do it once on this car, it's never going to happen again. So just keep that in mind. These cars are amazing. They're very reliable, and me at 21 years old could not ask for a better first enthusiast car, because this is not my first car. I also do have a gray 2005 Honda Civic value package, so that is non-manual. That was my first car. I've put more miles on this car than I did in that car in 5 years of ownership. So yeah, this is my 2009 FA5 Honda Civic SI. That is my top 5 mod list right off the bat. It was a good first video. I hope this looks good because I really was debating on doing this. I want to start doing this. I love this car and I would love to make content on it while I continue to build it. Nothing has been touched in the motor. It's completely stock motor-wise, other than the cold air intake, exhaust, and headers. She's completely stock. But yeah, subscribe. Keep them notifications on if you already have them on. Turn them on if you don't. Hopefully this does good and we can continue this. And yeah, please sponsor me. I need more money. So